So today is day 5, 2nd of May, 2026. So we'll be continuing from where we stopped. Okay. According to the program, I think now it's about 10:30. 10:40, it's okay. So we are at the itinerary where there is Q&A, count reporting of meditation, followed by Dhamma sharing. We are review of Heart Sutra, Dhamma class. Okay. So, anybody got any question you can ask? Make use of this Q&A session regarding meditation or the Dhamma. Okay, yeah, come in. Yeah. Okay, if there's no question, then I'll continue the sharing. So turn to page 243. Regarding the appendix 6a, Trinity to understand cultivation. Then the other part is training the mind. We are understanding the essential Dhamma and meditation as taught by the Buddha. So these were notes compiled mainly from various talks given by me at Tiratana Buddhist Society, Klang, on the 20th of June 2014, which is about 12 years ago. Then also at Thursday classes, especially the one held at Brother Suyan's house on 10 July, also 2014, and the March 2014 Cameron Highland retreat at Sampo Temple. Okay. Chan, you help me to draw a triangle here. Follow just this one. C, U, and S. Black one. So this Trinity triangle can simplify the understanding of cultivation. So if you have the understanding and you pay attention to my explanation, then you will be able to get it. And from there, your cultivation will become very different. Okay, thank you. Okay. Your Trinity triangle, you realize there is a C up here. Okay? Then there is a S, there is a U. So this U stands for understanding or wisdom. This one is our senses. This one is pure consciousness. Or pure awareness. So you can recall, like I explained earlier on, the first thing to come out from the source is our pure awareness nature. Okay? This is the true mind, the silent mind or the meditative mind. This one is the unconditioned, beyond thought, beyond mind. And I call this the primordial nature is because it was there before the arising of mundane mind. Primordial nature. Means the first thing to come out is already inside you actually. But most human being doesn't understand. So actually from here you manifest. You manifest into the mundane mind through your thought process, your thinking, you remember? When this one, through ignorance stir, then it creates this mundane thinking, thinking mind, mundane thinking. So what happens is, this is the nature that we have. This is pure consciousness or pure awareness. So consciousness is C, awareness is the PA. You can say this is the PA, pure awareness nature. PA, nature. So actually from here, you manifest, and this is how you develop the cultivation. One direction you can go is to create the mundane thinking through the senses. So here, at the end, here is senses. So this senses is the sixth sense door. So here is also where the 5 degree of form and mind is. So this one is this direction. You create thought process. Then this is mundane living. Mundane living. The writing, you don't worry, all is in your chart there. So this mundane living is one way human being can live. And most living beings, almost 99.999%, go this direction. They didn't know that you can cultivate this direction to develop the wisdom. So this direction means you stay with the pure awareness. When you stay with the pure awareness nature, this is your true mind. Can you understand? The true mind can insight into phenomena via the direct seeing. So through the direct seeing, it develops the understanding or the wisdom. So this you is actually understanding. Or wisdom. And when you have developed the understanding, you can live life. So this is noble living. So this is direct seeing. So now you understand cultivation. That's why you must come to this pure awareness nature, then only you can develop this movement. If you are lost in thought, heedless, you are seated. You can only stay here. So this is mundane living. This is where all the senses operate, the phenomenal world of consciousness, the 5 degree of form and mind, the paticca samuppada, the chaotic world. So this phenomenal world of consciousness, we sometimes call it the chaotic world. How to spell chaotic? C-H-O-A. D-I-C. Correct, right? Chaotic world. And this is also the phenomenal world of consciousness, which Leo and entices living being. Because of their delusion. So it Leo entices living being, then living being attach, cling, and grasps. That's why it created the chaotic world. So through this, you develop attachment, grasping, plus clinging, etc. So when you grasp, cling, and attach to the five aggregate of form and mind, what happened? Huh? What happened? The final summary of the First Noble Truth. Upadana khandha, the grasping aggregate is suffering. That's why without Dhamma, without wisdom, this one is chaotic. Understand? A lot of suffering. That's why if you go this way, which is mundane living, so living being actually suffer a lot. Because this is where the phenomenal world of consciousness is. This is where the sixth sense or the senses keep on manifesting consciousness. That's why consciousness develop and become the phenomenal world of consciousness. And within this consciousness, you have your content of consciousness, which is the form within. So phenomenal world of consciousness also has its form that manifests. That's why you see our planet. You see the universe. So much form manifests. Then all these are mind-made, energy behind. And they arise from the source. The first to come out is this one. This one is actually empty, nothing. You can understand? Yeah. Then I read to you, there is one very unique quote by Krishnamurti. I happened to see it when I share with you the Bodhisattva way. So now I so you can no, don't have a picture. You somebody WhatsApp and send it to Sui. Attachment. No, Sui can do it already. Okay, come. Same one. J. Krishnamurti code. Is it you and nothingness are one? I think Bengfi will understand this code. You heard of this code before, no? You and nothingness are one. It's from his book, The Book of Life, August 13 code, 1995, Harper, San Francisco. So I hope Sui put it into the website, then you all can see, then I can share with you all. So now I just repeat, revision. The first to come out is this pure awareness nature. This is what sati is all about. When you are in sati, mundane mind doesn't arise. The thinking all doesn't arise. Awareness before the knowing. Okay? So from here, you can move two directions. One is for mundane living. So you go this direction. Where the five aggregate of form of mind, the senses, trigger of the phenomenal world of consciousness. This one easy to understand, where you are doing this all the time. But this direction, very few people understand. Unless you cultivate, you're supposed to draw another arrow back here. Awareness-based meditation. So how to draw, huh? Maybe I use green color, huh? So from here, you come back to here, okay? Chan, come. Awareness-based meditation. How you write? I don't know where. You just come out a bit, then right here. Awareness-based meditation. When you develop your awareness-based meditation, you cease the mundane thinking. You have the ability to see beyond form, beyond mind, beyond the conscious creation. Then you return to your awareness. Then from this awareness, you can see your mundane thinking arising from here. You remember, I tell you, when you meditate, you can realize this through mind, silent mind, when the thought all cease. But you cannot maintain it for long initially, unless you already trained, you already very skillful. Why? Because from here to here, it's like lightning speed now, very fast, thing already, arise the thought already, the content of consciousness, everything. So this movement is very fast. So to come back to here, you have to have this awareness-based meditation. Yeah? Awareness-based, got a hyphen here. So when you can develop this awareness base, it's not thought base, understand? Your thought base is here. You cannot be here. There's a thought cannot see the Dhamma, cannot awaken to the truth, to realize the Dhamma. But this Dhamma is akaliko, beyond thought. So the instrument of thought cannot reach it. You must come back to the awareness. Then from here, silent, where this already silent, observe the movement. From here, how it creates thinking. If you are not here, you don't know what. You think a lot. You have been doing this so habitually. Yeah. And your conditioned thinking is based on your memory, your knowledge, and all those rubbish that I already explained. So this movement is very fast, like lightning. Okay? So when you are here, then there is a possibility of that silent mind observing what is. And when it observes what is, it develops the insight, the wisdom, the understanding. Then when it's silent, it can also insight into phenomena to awaken to the three universal characteristics. But it keeps on seeing everything is dependent originating, condition arising, everything is in a state of flux. You can understand that? Can understand that? So when you see all this movement, then you realize the Buddha is so wise. Whatever arises, there are causes and conditions behind. And that is the basis of truth. Understand now? If that is the case, means this movement follow nature's law. And the Buddha realized it where he perfected the cultivation and become the Sammasa Buddha. That's why to cut short our own finding, he straight away tell you the Pancha Niyama, the two physical laws, scientific law, and biological order. Then the three spiritual laws, which he is an expert on, tathata, suchness. So from there, the teaching manifests. So when you understand that it's easy to cultivate, stay with the pure awareness, develop awareness-based meditation, then develop the direct seeing to awaken, to see things as they are, like the Buddha every time used the same word. Seeing things as they are, jnana dasana, direct knowledge and vision of the reality. So all this is what the cultivation is all about. Unless you are here, pure awareness nature, you cannot move this direction. Most people are here. So now you understand? Okay, very good. Then you cultivate very easy. Relax, maintain the silent mind or awareness, then you will realize this. Initially, you won't settle down, but have faith. Patiently, don't do anything, don't try to know, don't try to do, don't put in any more thought energy. Then whatever sankhara movement, the random of activity of the mundane thinking, the visual tendency, all will slow down. Slow down. Then it becomes completely quiet. There hardly any arising of thought. During that time, you realize this one, which is your true mind, your silent mind, your meditative. Then stay here. The third support is what? Stabilize this awareness. Remember? Relax, maintain awareness of the silent mind to stabilize that pure awareness nature. Then after that, you are home. You become heedful, ever mindful. Then you can understand all this. Then like I say, once you connect, technically, you don't need a teacher. But over time, when you stay there and continue to cultivate from there, you will understand on your own. Well, this teaching is from the pure awareness nature, via the direct seeing. And everybody who cultivates long enough will see the same thing. Except maybe how fast you go depend on how stable your understanding is and whether you have a guide or a teacher or not. If you don't have a good guide and a teacher, it can take you very long. Understand? Even to find out about this, to understand sati, you ask around and see how many real, even Buddhist practitioners, even monks, you go and find out. Very little. In fact, a very, very small, minute percentage can ever understand this. And those who understand this, they progress very fast. Okay? And this is priceless information, I tell you, you cannot get anywhere. So now that you know already, you develop the faith and patiently, that's why you persevere, you patiently observe, and investigate yourself, understand now. Whether what I say is true or not, you don't have to believe me. You just go in. Then when you stabilize already, you will understand the real samadhi. This one is for Michael. The real samadhi is the free mind in this state without thought, unwavering and collected. Understand not? Because of what? Wisdom. When you have wisdom, what happens? At the moment of sense experience. The mind does not stir, does not react. So like and dislike, all this sensual desire, evil, all gone. Understand not? When it's gone, there's nothing to hinder your mind from entering the meditative state. Then you will always be here, most of the time, unless you want to come out and live life. So this is how you develop the understanding. Then when this one stabilizes, during daily life, at the moment of sense experience, whether seeing, hearing, smell, taste, tactile, or thought memory, interaction, or thinking, the mind does not stir. Understand? Does not stir means what? It's not like conditioned into negativity or mind state. That's why the fear, the worry, the anxiety, the perception, and the continuous thinking all cease to be. So in every moment of sense experience, you don't do that, means you are most of the time here. Understand? But if you don't have that wisdom, that's why I call it the yoniso manasikara, the initial wisdom born of first turning and second turning wisdom as taught by the Buddha through contemplation on the 5 daily, what they call recollection. Because there are 5 daily recollection that you have to go through to develop the stable understanding. First 3 is about this physical body. This body of ours is of the nature to grow old, get sick, and die. For it has not gone beyond, because this physical body element on it go the way of nature. Then the reality of separation. Separation actually causes a lot of suffering. So the 4th one. The 5th one is what? You are born of your karma, heir to your karma, conditions. You are what you are before. So that one bring you straight away to the understanding that your entire life, 99.999% is karmically driven. Understand? If that is the case, you must take care of karma. Understand? How to take care of karma? Follow the advice of the Buddha to avoid all evil, do good, purify the mind. That's how you start. From right view, you start the Noble Eightfold Path cultivation. You arise the right thought, right speech, right action, and all. And this is the teaching. This is the movement. So when you have developed that, then you realize with Yoniso Manasikara, the initial wisdom, at the moment of sense experience, instead of using your habitual tendency to stir and to react, to create all the fear, unnecessary fear, emotion, and all things, what happened? Because you have the stability of samadhi, collected, so it does not stir. Does not stir, you can see things as they are, then the wisdom arises. Then the initial wisdom help you. Well, that one spontaneously prompt you. Sabbe sankhara dukkha. Sabbe sankhara anicca. All sankhara is like that. Then things is just the way it is. Condition like that, things will be like that. Then your mind won't move anymore. Isn't it? You can accept, isn't it? The ability to accept things as it is, based on all this understanding, we are all phenomena, like the Buddha said, is condition arising, dependent originating. Whatever arises, there are causes and conditions behind. Understand or not? So if you see this law so clearly, then you got no choice. Whatever happened, conditions set already, it has to be like that. Understand or not? So we accept. Doesn't mean you don't act. After that, with clarity, you observe. You find out what happened. Then you trace the origination factor. That's why with pure awareness, you silent and observe, you see the totality of it. It's not fragmented. It's not an idea from the thought. What Krishnamurti means is, the totality of it means, through observation, you realize how you stir and you cannot be at peace. But that is the reality. You stir because you want things your way, true or not? Which is not in accordance with nature's law. Where the consequence set already. You somehow, I don't like this. Or I like this. I want this to forever remain. Don't get old, don't get sick, don't die. Or the good moment. Don't let it slip away. There is no such thing as well. We are dependent on condition, things arise. When conditions continue to manifest, the sustainment of it will be there. But when conditions cease to be any of it, that whole phenomena is gone. Can you follow that? That one is very powerful. So with that, it's already very easy. If I don't stir my mind, means my habitual tendency is based on wrong view. Understand or not? Because you are so habitual, so conditioned in your thinking. You are so conditioned to perceive things as right and wrong. True or not? Like and dislike. That is your conditioning, understand or not? Or we call it your preference. And you continue like that, you stir your mind, sensual desire, ill will, are mental hindrance. Forever you have mind state which is mental hindrance that hinder your mind from entering the meditative state. Then how can you progress? You understand or not? You're supposed to develop the spiritual faculty. That's why stabilize the sati, then it accumulates into samadhi. A free mind that is unwavering and collected. Then this one can see things as they are. Then with the initial wisdom, you don't have to worry already. Going through OA, sickness and death is nothing. Nature's condition. Everybody is subject to the same reality. If I understand, I don't suffer. Those who don't understand, they suffer. Because they think this one belongs to them. Then separation also same. Because separation is a reality, you know, understand or not? Because everything is condition arising, isn't it? Cause of phenomena, isn't it? Not a permanent and changing entity. How can you own it? How can you have it? It come and it go. When conditions cease to be, you yourself also disappear. How can you own anything? Understand or not? So see that. Awaken to it. And this is very powerful. All my cultivation, I remember, finally I end up understanding all this only, nothing else. Then my mind doesn't do anything. That's why I told you, think also that, don't think also that. The world is the world. The people are just the way they are. Condition like that, things. And with this understanding, I can be at peace. Understand or not? I don't complain about the world anymore. Understand or not? My son, my wealth, where got such thing? But in existence, yes. Law of karma recognizes relationship. And that's why you must do your duty. These five aggregate of form and mind, you cannot simply do things on another. This one got its duty. Otherwise, the law of karma hit back, like I told you yesterday. The live wire doesn't care whether you're spiritual or not. Or not. Understand? Oh, you spiritual, I won't electrocute you. No such thing. It's an impersonal nature's law. Understand? So the law of karma, it manifests like that. So when you understand, you will reach a point you cannot violate on, like the Bodhisattva vow. It will show it to you. So this part about that triangle now, you understand. Huh? Once you have the wisdom, noble living. This is the third phase of Dhamma, Pativeda. Okay? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, so that one finished. Now we come to J. Krishnamurti code. Pin already, see? So you will print. So you all log in on your phone or computer, or their handphone, the Zoom. Or WhatsApp also have. Okay. Open up your WhatsApp. What is the title? J. Krishnamurti code. You and nothingness are one. Okay. You want to understand why or not? Then you read. I will guide you along. Krishnamurti says you are nothing. You agree or not? It's just like the Zen one. 你什么都不是. Understand? You are nothing. Because living beings still think they are very good. Hey, I'm an engineer. No. Then I am the CEO of what? No. You hold on to all these titles, but the reality is, under ultimate unconditioned realization, the unconditioned Dhamma, you are nothing. Why? That's why Krishnamurti explained to you. You may have your name and title, true or not? Then your property and bank account. You may have power and be famous. But in spite of all this safeguard, you are? You know why you are nothing? You think you exist? You think you real? Hey, no, you, hey, no, me. No. You think you can own all this? It's by virtue of causes and conditions, society's law recognize, then like you own, that's not. Actually, you own nothing. Well, you yourself also condition arising. How can you own anything? That's why wake up. Then the other point is, you may be totally unaware of what? What is emptiness? Anatta, that's all. Empty nature of existence, that's all. Everything is empty. Everything you come to perceive, you think is real. Finally, gone. We are only within the moment it exists. Next moment, gone. Next moment, gone. And everything, like my teacher say, mighty nature rolling by, understand? Following nature's law, dependent originating, condition arising, causal phenomenon. This is the existence, phenomenal world of consciousness. Everything is dependent originating, condition arising. That's why impermanent. Dependent on condition, it arises. If there is sustaining condition, then it continues to sustain its existence. When condition ceases to be, it ceases to be. See this clearly, insight into it and awaken. No reality. I got one teacher, he was trying to teach a Singaporean who went there with me. He said, look. He just said, look. Then she moved her hand. Then she moved again. I was standing beside her. my nature awakened to the whole characteristic, 3 characteristics of nature. You know why? And he still cannot understand now. He said, what is this? And now I do, you see. Through sati, awareness. What do you see? Until now, you still don't get the hint. Like Sis Soo Yee, you already at the gate of enlightenment. By now, after this explanation, you should know what that thing is. I told you already, everything is. So what are the conditions for the manifestation of this phenomena? The hand, understand how? When this one move, it arises a condition, exists already, arise already, understand? Then, is this real? The next movement is gone, understand how? And from there, straight away my nature inside, and I apply to the whole phenomenal world. Everything is like that. Understand now? And it's just so simple. And living being find it so difficult. It's because they did not understand the fundamental of dependent origination, the paticca samuppada, the condition arising phenomenal world. That's why the Buddha's statement, whatever arises, there are causes and conditions behind, is very powerful. And what are the causes and conditions? Yeah? Law of karma. Because you are born of your karma. So all this is very clear, understand? Then the other thing is, whatever arises, there are causes and conditions. There is a condition world. Without causes and conditions, nothing arises, understand? But when causes and conditions arise, then everything arises. Like this table, how did it come about? I explained already, right? The block cut. Huh? And your own physical form and mind, how did it arise? Without your parent, without the karmic force and the life force, the consciousness, you think it can arise? Cannot. That's why I saw. As an engineer, I know. The plant also, from the seed, it germinates. All conditions arising. Then when condition no more, the plant actually can die. Halfway, decay, disappear, or disease and all things. Then I saw the building, how it come. The causes and condition. You understand now? You have to get a consultant or a design consultant or engineer or what to design. Then the client tender it out. Then the contractor tender. Then gather all the workforce, material supply and all things. Then they start constructing. All these are the causes and conditions. Any of these causes and conditions not there, this building is not there. Then like Gaza, you think the building forever there? Israel whack a few missiles, collapse, gone, understand? That's why condition arising. All this, no reality, empty nature, it come and it go. It's not a permanent, unchanging entity. See this clearly. That's why Krishnamurti saw, but he never teach like that. Understand? He just tell you, your title, your what, you can understand. Cannot. Because he himself understands, he can come up with this beautiful quote, understand? But he don't teach. Because to him, it's a waste of time to teach you. Understand? Because you cannot understand. Because he knows this is so profound. So I read on. Wait, I have to take this off. Hot. You feel hot? Okay, Manyan, can you help read? You can see from your WhatsApp in there.
Start from the beginning or?
Start from the beginning.
Okay. You and nothingness are one. You are nothing. You may have your name and title, your property and bank account. You may have power and be famous. But in spite of all these safeguards, you are as nothing. You may be totally unaware of this emptiness, this nothingness, or you may simply not want to be aware of it. But it is there. Do what you will to avoid it. You may try to escape from it in devious ways, through personal or collective violence, through individual or collective worship, through
Worship.
worship,
Worship.
yes.
Like religious organization, all those things. Understand? This is what human beings do. Because they cannot see the truth of emptiness. That's why there is war, there is conflict, violence, everything. Then he said, through the individual or collective worship, you worship who? You worship God, understand? You worship the powerful nation and all those things. Then through knowledge or amusement. A lot of people do that because through knowledge you create ideology, then you argue, understand? You have debate, understand? Then you want to prove that Buddhism is more superior than Hinduism or whatever religion. No use. But whether you are asleep or awake, that one is the big difference, understand? Who are the one asleep? Huh? Haven't wake up. The heedless one, understand? The enlightened one, they don't sleep anymore. They insight into phenomena, they go to the pure awareness, they develop the wisdom and liberate the mind. That's why after that, they never sleep. It is always there. Can you make it a living reality? It is always there. So whether you believe, you don't believe, or you accept, you don't accept, it is always there. But this is a reality. Finally, empty. He know you, he know me. Everything is not what you think. Not a permanent, unchanging entity. You can come upon your relationship to this nothingness and its fear only be being choicelessly aware of the escape. Choicelessly aware means what? Without thought, without any of the decision or judgment or whatever. That's how it means the pure awareness. You must be aware of what? Of all the escape, understand now? Because they try to find a solution to life. They don't believe all this is not real. You remember China's civilization? A lot of emperor, Shi Huangdi, they want to preserve their legacy. What they do? 长生不老. Then you dig out all the grave, they go and do like the Qin Shi Wang, what you call that? What the warrior? Terracotta. Like the whole army, he want to preserve and follow him to the grave. And all these people, after he die, cannot come out. Then they, of course, cannot get so many human. They go and do terracotta and all those things. And all this shows the escape that human believe. You are not related to it as a separate individual entity. You are not the observer watching. Without you, the thinker, the observer, it is not you. You and nothingness are what? You didn't follow. You and nothingness are a joint phenomena. Understand? You think you're not empty. I real, no, I exist. No. If you look through the silent mind, pure awareness, you are nothing. See beyond the form, see beyond the mundane mind. What do you see? Empty nature inside there. Understand? Not two separate process. If you, the thinker, are afraid of it and approach it with something contrary and opposed to it, then any action you may take towards it must inevitably lead to illusion. Understand? What is the illusionary world? Because you sacredity, self-delusion, you don't understand. You think real. You try to own, you try to possess. You go all out to have it. And so, to further conflict and misery, there is suffering. When there is the discovery, the experiencing of that nothingness as you, then your problem gone. Then fear, which exists only when the thinker is separate from his thought, and so tries to establish a relationship with them, completely drop away. Understand or not? What is that fear? Fear of losing, fear of separation, fear of losing your own identity. Understand? But when you know you and nothingness is one, then who exists to do all this? Understand or not? Sakayaditi, self-delusion. When you know everything is unreal, he no you, he no me, dependent, originating, condition, alright, then all your problems solved. Understand or not? You can live life. Know that the nature's law, law of karma, law of mind, all exist. So you do your duty. Understand or not? You accord and flow. No negativity. That's it. Then you can accept things as they are. Mean whatever happened, not a problem anymore. First noble truth reality, not a problem anymore. Yeah, you know these are reality of life. Every living being, not only human being, that live long enough, they have to confront them. But if you confront them with delusion, without the Dhamma understanding, you suffer. Understand? The mundane mind that clings and grabs at the phenomenal world of consciousness is the deluded one that suffers. Of course, you will turn around and say, hey, brother Teo, hey, know me, know you. Huh? So, who suffer? That fellow thought he's smart. No? But karma is not like that. No? Karma, although is anatta, when you are deluded, you cannot see. You know? And when you cannot see, the suffering is real. You know? You sure, I tell you, curse and swear. You know? And say, why like that? Why life is like that? So unfair. Yeah, see.
To be honest, since the 12 links yesterday, I think my understanding have been stabilizing, and I've been wanting to share the
Very
12 links.
good.
Is it
Very
okay
good.
if I send
It's
something
okay.
to the
It's
group
okay. It's okay.
for people to follow?
Yeah,
Okay.
can.
Okay. I will try to walk through, because it was a lot to try and put into the 12 links diagram. So there are a lot of words. If you cannot see, never mind. I will walk through the diagram verbally. So I've added words to avijja, and then the understanding is avijja stems from the three poisons: greed, hatred, and delusion. Delusion being sakaya ditti, delusion of our ego and the self being a very solidified personality, which is not. And then our latent tendencies, our habits, the kilesa, the anusaya, and the asava, which are different intensities of our hatred and greed. This is what I understand. And that being in us, sankhara, that stirring of the mind will not stop because it makes us restless. Having all these ego and latent habits, we are always restless and not peaceful. And then when you go to our consciousness, the vijnana, so as the quote just now says, nothingness is always there. So the attention and the awareness of all the nature's phenomena, physical and mental phenomena, actually the awareness can perceive. Not perceive. The awareness is aware, and that pure awareness, if our consciousness arises before the knowing, it is actually pure consciousness, which is why we say In the seeing, there is only seeing consciousness. In the hearing, in the listening, there's only the hearing consciousness. It's like sound and thing before you recognize or identify anything.
Yeah, because they are dependent originating. So that manifestation or the vibration that trigger the consciousness is naturally arising. Understand?
But you are not unconscious or asleep. So you become conscious and you know those are available, those are around. And then the second aspect of the Nama Rupa, the thought. This, for me, this box, at the moment, what I see at my level, is the wanting to know. This is a slow little curiosity.
Yeah.
And
Because there is avijja, understand? Ignorant of the truth. That's why you want to know.
Yeah. What is this sound? What is this light? This newspaper, what's that person on the front cover? Is the wanting to know, that little curiosity we have. Then we turn to our sense bases, our salayatana. All our senses are open and receiving sense data. Our ear, nose, eyes, tongue, tactile, and mundane mind. You don't have an off button, actually. So they are
you
all
cannot
there.
stop it.
But
it will just manifest. Then you input your content, and your content, like Sui say, avijja, got all the evil root, everything before you have the dhamma and the understanding. And all your wrong view, wrong thought, habitual tendency, phobia, insecurity, everything move together. Understand or not? That's why acting according to memory is not acting at all. You cannot act that way. So how do you act? Act with? Act with what? Huh? Noble Eightfold Path, but there is wisdom following the Dhamma way. Understand now? Well, that Noble Eightfold Path lead to the end of all. As long as you follow Noble Eightfold Path, it sure cease your problem. Understand now? That is the total solution. Understand now? But that one don't have greed, hatred, and delusion. That one is Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. Understand now? Okay, good. Continue.
So the wanting to know turn to all these senses and wants to perceive. So to perceive, it needs to bring the form into the mind to think. So the sound, the whatever vibration or the newspaper cover picture you saw, you have to bring it into your mind. And to do that, you need to focus. This is when we shrink our attention to that limited fragment of interest only. Which is part of what we read just now, the J.K. Krishna.
Why thought is limited.
It tries to solve as a fragment on its own. So when you shrink your attention and limit it to only focus on this, you turn to contact. So what happens at contact is you link your ear and sound or your eye and the picture or the newspaper to the mundane mind. The mundane mind with all this will use the brain's memory to recognize, let's say, the language. Oh, that's Donald Trump on the newspaper. So it compare with what you have learned and recognize. But because we have avijja, so when we identify, we also interpret through our memory's lens. And then when we start this, we discern, we pick an angle, a perspective. This is the 分别心. Start to take effect here, and you create, because of avijja, the wrong thoughts, and this is when it is very fast and a lot at once. It's no longer slow.
That wrong thought will condition you into wrong thinking, wrong perception. That's why when we perceive something through our senses, everyone is different. You realize it or not? Because of your upbringing, your conditioning, your knowledge, your religious belief, and all this habitual tendency and conditioned thinking actually make everyone different. That's why you ask 10 people to see at the poster, everyone describes differently. If he's an engineer, he look for other things. If he's an art student, he look for other things. Like the Buddha's time, the analogy, he asked the 4 princes, different season, go and see. And you try to use knowledge and copy and you didn't go there, the king will know. Well, he sent you during different seasons. Winter, you go and talk about summer thing. You habis. So the reality is, the world is the world, no word, nothing. But everybody perceive it with their knowledge, understand? Their conditioning, their memory. And this is thought-based, understand? It's not totality. Your thought is limited to what? Your views, your opinion, your conditioning, your belief system. All this, including your psychological memory, phobia, insecurity, all this mold you. Understand? That's why it limits you. Where you look from the angle, like Soo Yee said, understand? You perceive it from the angle. Where to you, this is right. This is what the world is. But you think the world is so small. Only this one. Like I told you, you are not the only one in this whole universe. No. There are billions and billions of beings. No. Every one of these, every moment perceive also input content. No. Perceive, even our planets, almost 7 billion. No. How many of these rubbish going? That's why I say that phenomenal world is a chaotic world. And everyone is doing that now. That's why how many can go above that and develop the wisdom to actually rise above, to awaken. Most of you are asleep. But for those who have awakened, they become different. Like Krishnamurti see it so clearly. You are nothing. You are nobody. And the whole existence is empty. That's why he say emptiness and you is one. Are actually one. Now you understand. Good. Continue.
Then that avijja, the selfish talking to us, right?
Correct.
So now it comes to Vedana. This is when all the avijja, selfish ego, verbalize and create all our internal monologue. How can? No way. So it creates the fear, the anxiety, the sense of urgency to do something, the aversion or the lust to go after
your
something.
Emotion that arise based on what? Your thought is there. When you perceive it with fear, what happens? Fear arises. When you cannot accept what you see, you become angry, violent, anger, hatred, jealousy arise. So this feeling, from pure feeling, is stirred into pleasant, unpleasant, through greed, hatred, and delusion, which Soo Yee got it right. But there are 3 poison, or 3 evil, make you evil. And you let it arise in you, without knowing it, still think you're very great, That guy did this to me, otherwise I wouldn't get angry on. So, who is right? Very logical, isn't it? Because that guy really did something, he cannot take it on. But the reality, he's just the way he is. And that's how you get angry for what? When you perceive him with negativity. And that's how. That's why see things as they are means what? See that reality through acceptance. Condition like that, things will be like that already. He is just the way he is. Understand or not? Don't go and perceive negativity. That is your own knowledge, perception, based on your views, opinion, conditioning, and belief system. Understand? But to you, wrong. Not supposed to say like that. So right and wrong is a conventional truth. Understand or not? Wrong according to who? According to you. But to the fellow, right what? Why? He said, Tai Lei say, you did that, they said he whacked you. So, right and wrong, no meaning one. Understand or not? You never say right according to who. That's why sometimes I told Kayamita, you meet people who argue a lot, and I was saying, you just tone it down. Okay, I think you are right. Yeah? When you say you are right, did you lie? No, isn't it? You are right according to him, isn't it? It's not according to you, understand? No? So these are conventions. Why you want to argue? Understand? When you see no condition, what did the Buddha do? He's silent. Understand? He don't want to talk. He just walk away. Otherwise, you trigger off more and more, like Krishnamurti said, the escape through various intellectual thinking. Understand? No? That's why you analyze, you reason, then you come up with your facts and point, then you want to argue, understand? Then you want to turn it around as if you are right, you are very great. No point. This is not reality. The reality thing is just the way it is. No right, no wrong. Understand? Condition like that, things will be like that. People are just the way they are. Can follow this or not. This one is very important. You get this right, your life become beautiful. Understand? Then even your spouse, your children all make fun of you, scold you or what, you laugh, say thank you. Without you, I cannot be tested. Understand? Huh? I got one Dharma friend, lady, accountant, very smart girl, can understand a lot. Then he told me one day, he put up the hand, he said, Brother Tew, what you say is very true. Attachment, really. He said, I now, at my stage of understanding, nothing in the world can disturb me already. You know who are the things that disturb her? No? The two sons. He said, 呢兩隻馬騮激到佢半生死。Because attachment, my kid, so they do this, that is the only thing he cannot accept, is it? So I told her, coming lah. Last time you children, you do this to your parents, and now you got the two malau, you become the victim, understand? If you have done your duty, they will behave, understand? So all this you have to understand. Like the Buddha said, whatever arises, there are causes and conditions before. And this one, the fifth daily contemplation, explain it. You are born of your karma, heir to your karma, conditions, you are what you are because of karma. So a lot to do with karma, understand? If you don't create the causes and conditions, you become a responsible parent. When you come, you will have parents who are responsible and take care of you, understand? But if you do this as a kid to your parent, then later on you have kid got condition, the kid will do back to you, understand? You understand? That's why when you pamper your kid or your grandchildren, it's not a good thing. Because you spoil them. After you spoil them, in future you become the victim. Your parent will pamper you and take you to Holland again. So is that what you want? That's why your right duty is very important. And you know, right duty during the Buddha's time under Sigalovada Sutta. Your duty very important, no? You know what are your duties or not? So the duty, if you don't know how to actually understand it, then you end up through what? In the mundane way, you think this is love, understand? Provide them with everything, pamper them, understand? But through that, you spoil them, you understand? So you have to see all this. That's why you ask my daughter and my son, my wife will know. I never pamper them. Even I can afford. When the handphone come out, you ask to hear, see. I buy them the Alcatel, not the best one. Alcatel. Then later on Nokia. Then they want better one, more changi. We'll go to school. I say you use ang pao money.
I go to work.
Or you go to work only buy. See? Like that better. Otherwise, they take for granted. Money is easy. Everything I want my parents give. Then one day, you see the fellow go wrong direction, you don't want to give. Then what happened? Sure, argue with you, understand or not? Otherwise, you will say, Che God, I don't have. So, how you deal with all these things? So, developing the understanding to do your duty is very important. Duty means whatever you are responsible, you do. You're supposed to provide for their basic need. Do, but not to pamper them, understand or not? Then, if you can afford the means, the education you must give. Then later on, the Buddha mentioned as parents, you must arrange for your kids' marriage. Understand? And all these are the duty that you're supposed to. That employee also got duty. Husband and wife also got duty. Children towards parents also got duty. After they get old, care for them, support them, and all those. All these are written. So the duty you can read up if you want. Otherwise, you use your Dhamma understanding. Because when you understand the law of karma inside out, you can never do things that can trigger off that karmic effect in the future. You can never do already. Yeah, you understand this is dangerous. And this is going to trigger of the karmic negativity to actually arise back. So, to develop this understanding is not easy. You must have the extensive understanding of the law of karma. Then you see all these possibility, then you cannot do it already. That's why you will know how to actually properly live your life in accordance with the Dhamma way, following Noble Eightfold Path. Don't simply go and do all those things. No point. They are just the way they are. If you see that it's karmic, what must you do? Accept the reality, isn't it? Then play your part. Resolve it amicably to the Dhamma way. You need to ask for forgiveness. Because we existed for so long, you can never deny everyone make mistake. Mistake is very common. But when you make mistake, you understand, you learn from it. Like Sen Yen Fa Si mentioned, Bodhisattva also break precept. There are so many precepts to hold on to. And when you break, not a problem. It's because you haven't learned enough. So when you see it, then you learn. Like I told you, the mind, very powerful, my pure wish. Then it conditions things to arise. Then fire occur, then only that person contact me. That's why in future, for the good of the many, I qualify it. Only let it arise, otherwise don't. You continue.
Okay. I will revisit the 6th link and 7th link later with regards to the 4 right effort, how to break this, at least how we should deal with this according to the Dhamma way. But I'll move on first. This is the vicious cycle, the evil cycle. So when link 8, Tangha, craving, when we crave onto our thought of believing, giving it meaning, then it creates our urge to justify doing something to solve this, following this trend that we have in our brain. All the verbalization that we have, we start to give power to the wrong thoughts. And then when it comes to link 9, it becomes grasping. It has become a rigid, distorted view. It can be something drastic. You form evil schemes like revenge. For example, if you really see a certain type of character and you really don't like, until a point, you think until maybe this is a 10th time you have encountered with this kind of characters. This time when it goes through link 8, it becomes link 9. It could be, wow, this kind of person shouldn't give birth anymore. They shouldn't have kids. That kind of distorted view. And then it goes to link 10 when it aggravates further. It might not go to there, but when it does, then it will execute and incite harmful action, speech, and livelihood. Totally wrong, not the Noble Eightfold Path. It can cause the Holocaust that happens to all the Jews.
Very good.
And then it gives birth. When it gives birth, it is the evil that has been personified. It's like the segmented life of the person we know as Hitler. That becomes the birth of a tyrant. And then when it goes to link 12, it's all the repercussion. This is not one phase, not one life. The long stream of karmic fruitions that will happen is
very good. Very good.
Now I revisit the link 6 and 7. That is when our perception starts to interpret. Because we have the link with avijja, we see the arrow, contact with avijja. If we have vijja or ayoniso manasikara, which is wisdom and wise attention at the moment of sense experience. When we experience something, instead of reacting selfishly with avijja, we will think along the lines of acceptance, gratitude, how can I resolve this amicably? Then all this monologue and verbalization will sound very different and it will not aggravate. It's when we see the evil cycle, see it that this is poisonous, this is the cobra, this is suffering, this is the dukkha that Buddha talked about, the first noble truth. If I continue to think this way, I need to abandon this wrong thought, or else I see what's happening, I can become Hitler, the next Hitler. So abandon the wrong thought, And then from seeing how this happened, I can
Prevent it from
prevent
arising.
future wrong thoughts from arising. And
Because
then
the
I can,
wisdom
yeah.
make you have the ability. Because this is not life. This is not what I want. That's all. I have to. If I cannot abandon, it arises already. Next time, I must prevent it from arising. Then I don't have to abandon, isn't it? So to prevent it from arising, you need wisdom. You need so manasikara. That's why you contemplate, you reflect. Then you have the wisdom to accept the reality. That's why you cannot get angry. It cannot create the wrong thought, the evil root again. Action, speech, and thought. That's why sense restraint. You remember Abhijna Sutta? When you can do that, sense restraint come automatic now. Then after that, you can do sense restraint, means your mindfulness very good. Your yoniso manasikara step 4 is there already. Then step 7 is a consequence of that. The 3 types of right conduct surface. Noble Eightfold Path come to fruition. Right thought, right speech, right action. They stabilize. Very good.
Yeah.
Sadhu, sadhu.
So for now,
She come out with this understanding, means she past life got done it before.
so for now, the very key indicator for me, I feel, is feeling. At the point of feeling, it's not to say cut, but it is a very good warning for me.
Yeah.
The minute I am bosong,
And not peaceful.
yeah, the wrong thought that
It's
evil
already
poison
there.
is
That's why
there.
you identify it straight away.
Straight away, like Sister Alicia said, 你又来了，我不相信你。
You have
跑开。
tormented me for 16 years, then it cannot arise anymore, isn't it? You have created havoc for my life for so long now. So you learn how to abandon all this and prevent it from arising through contemplative wisdom, through seeing it and awakening to it. That's why you have to be very serious in cultivation. If you are not serious, forget about all this lah. Money more important lah. Habis already lah. Understand? Because you never really see the beauty of it, and you never spend time and really wants to understand it. Like I said, this is a secret of life, Can learn and develop the understanding to become enlightened, And yet living being cannot see, like blind. So all these are very good sharing and contemplative wisdom. This time she got it very good, very well done. Actually, that is how we evolve. Understand? When somebody has this understanding, put it down in the chat because she's IT based. That's why her generation can do it. If my generation cannot, ask me to draw a drawing also. My drawing very child. So with the new era, new people can give us this type of new understanding and input because they come from a different era and generation. That's why they have their role. When they arise, new things arise. Like Jin, how they all build up the website so that you all now don't have to look for hard copy, don't have to look for note, don't have to come to my class also can, because you can follow through the video, the audio. And all these recording are very important. In fact, every year the retreat, a lot of gems inside there. Even the Heart Sutta book, you know by now. I tell you, buy a marker pen, one pen not enough, I tell you. So many beautiful Dhamma and pointer for you to mark and highlight. Okay? Very good. Let's rejoice. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. 还有什么 Good. HH, yeah, Benfi, yes.
I just want to point out this you and nothingness are one. It's actually in your website. Beautifully done in your website.
By who?
By I don't know who. It's inside your website.
Oh, J. Krishnamurti website.
Yes.
It's from the book of life.
I know, but it's inside in your website.
My website?
Yes. Notes.
Oh, under the notes.
Yes.
That's why I forgot about it. Because during that time, we didn't compile all the. Because Krishnamurti could, the book of life, I think a few hundred.
Yes.
Oh.
So actually, those who are interested in J. Krishnamurti, I think it's very wonderful.
Yeah. His teaching is fantastic.
No, inside the website, a lot of it.
A lot, huh?
Yes. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. Sadhu. Oh, not bad, huh? This time around. New finding. Okay, how many minutes left? 12 o'clock, you must go down. Okay, 8 minutes. Okay, Mayan, read a bit more. Under the trained mind, 6.1, page 243.
A trained mind. A trained mind is always silent, heedful, peaceful, relaxed, and naturally aware within.
This is for you to check, understand or not? Have you trained your mind? Then you ask yourself, am I always silent? Go on, lah. By now still don't have Then heedful. Then peaceful. Then relax. First support must have. Then naturally aware within. Naturally, not a conditioned state. Can follow? Then next one.
It has the clarity born of inner peace and inner awareness, to see things as they are, leading to the wisdom needed to arise the wise attention, or uniso manasikara, at every moment of sense experience, so that one is always at peace with the moment to live life.
See? At peace with the moment to live life. And all this yoniso manasikara that you contemplate give you the ability to do that, especially the 5 daily contemplation and all the other essential dhamma. But the one that I teach you on is not inside there. That one is my own understanding. The world is the world. People are just the way they are. That one is not in the teaching. Yeah. But the Buddha actually, when he used all those words, condition like that, things are like that, it's already covered everything. Yeah.
You reminded me just now when you say anything else. The last thing I remembered when I looked at the 12 links, that's why I put the title at the side, Law of Mind, Citta Niyama. This is one of the things in our vow, Bodhisattva vow that we take this morning, to always, life after life, have this understanding.
Yeah.
It's very, very important.
Very
Apart from law of
important,
karma, this law of mind.
Otherwise, you have to wait for condition or like Suyo.
The 12
Come
links.
back to Dhamma, attend or they help out. Then this retreat, a lot of friction. Sadhu. Because if you don't have it, it won't come back to you or no. You think people teach me, Paticca Samuppada. Nobody teach me. The book I wrote, Paticca Samuppada, is, I think, almost 20 years ago or what, I forgot already. Very long time. We're the first batch. I teach that one. Hardly anybody understand. It was a transcript book. You can go and Google broteo.com. And all this, how come I come? The understanding is there. I listen to the truth. I understand beyond what the book write or the speaker speak. Because my nature in the past has already developed this bodhisattva vow and cultivation. Then like I share with you all, this line, my nature come after 89, after I connect. My progress, transformation, is like I breeze through all the stages now. Then I come back to where I am now. That's why a lot of these things, I just understand like that. Like no need to work hard on it, like you breeze through, and that's all. Like no sweat, that's all. Then the moment this gateway go in, the nature open up, the spiritual nature one all come back. Whatever I have cultivated and inherited, and also a lot of the understanding that I have, I never learned this life, like I told you all. Like this 4 circle, how can I tell you? In fact, none of my teachers teach this. So because of that, like what Sui say, the Bodhisattva vow, you must aspire and vow to have this understanding life after life whenever you arise, whether you have to come or you choose to come. Then this one, so we can put under miscellaneous vow or additional vow there. Or you can also put in the understanding of paticca samuppada at the mind level, clearly, life after life. Because this life you have the understanding, you can make the vow. If you don't have the understanding, you make also no, you won't come back. Because this life you cannot have the understanding. In future life, how can you recall? The Bodhi mind also cannot recall. But this life you have, then you affirm, you invoke power of merit for this understanding, then it will come. Okay? Yeah. Manya, continue a bit more.
It will listen to you. If you want it to be silent, it will just be silent, peaceful, and aware. It will just be so. You can use it and direct it appropriately to cultivate the Noble Eightfold Path leading to the heedfulness. It will become like a servant to you. It will serve you well. A trained mind is ever mindful and constantly meditative. Hence, it is the base from which wisdom will keep on arising.
Okay, I think we stop here. Almost 12 o'clock. Okay. We come back later. The next part is the untrained mind. Okay, you can break off for lunch.